who's relevant to industry. Okay, we judge them by how much marks and by rote learning, but if you judge them by employability criteria and how prepared they are to actually go into industry, it's pathetic. And so what does industry do? In Karnataka, for instance, we created finishing schools for biotechnology. So we try to take people who are the best students out of university and then now try to make them, put some plaster on top of them to make them at least employable. That is the pathetic nature of teaching in our universities, and we have to face this. And we have to be brave enough to say that the only way we are going to make our, see, because as academics, as myself, I've been a teacher for some time, we have a duty towards our students, right? We have to make sure that they go out into the world, they are employable. How do we make them that? We have to reach out. We have to reach out, we have to get them to work on problems, make them aware. I mean, this is a brilliant way of doing it. YouTube is a fantastic boon to society. I mean, you will see so many interviews. Why is Kiran Mazumdar saying that? Okay, what does that mean? Why is she talking about these kind of government policies? What does it mean, really? Okay, if she goes on and on, for instance, about regulatory affairs in the country, what does this mean? And if you can actually engage, it would open up a lot. So it does need a reach out from both sides.
At one point,
speak louder.
The interaction between industry and academy is very, very important. We will try, in fact, the students to do quality work, come up with any problem. I have my own experience. I have collaboration with Davos, develop process for production of phosphor and rest of range of tonics. So they used to throw, in fact, 50% of their product because of contamination problems. That's where now they contacted me. So we developed the collaborative project through DPT, DSP. There was a separate program for it. I used to come up with some problem, they should solve instantly. That's how we could complete the work within the span of 2.5 years. Then it was patented, and there is now giant patent between me and the Davos. They drive you, in fact, to work in the direction of their own benefit outright, but that helps us doing work in a fast way.
Oh, truly it will be beneficial because there are no evil people on either side. I mean, I can assure you. I mean, the people, by the way, the people from industry that university will usually interact with would be the academic research types from the industry. You're rarely going to interact with the marketing manager. Okay? So,
the only problem is that students do not get the publications.
So that is something that we have to fix because industry thrives on knowledge, on competitive edge. That we have to understand that. I think so. What's important? What can be done? First of all, I think on both sides there has to be certain calibration of expectations. Okay, for an industry trying to interact with a university that doesn't have a history of interaction with industry, it can be a culture shock.
Sir, before you conclude with your forum, I'd like to attract your attention.
I haven't concluded, so you're still trying to provoke some discussion. So please go ahead.
I visited the Washington State University, Seattle, and there was 5 buildings made by the Bill Gates, either in the name of Melinda Gates, one of his father, mother, their friends, and Genome Research Foundation. He established whole recurring as well as building as well as all the recurring cost that is beared by his company, and that will produce a vaccine, anti-malarial vaccine, which will mostly go to the African countries and very poorer countries. But Bill Gates, in return, he will not get anything because that is not. So my aim is to say that industry has also changed their vision that direct benefit. If you are pouring money in academia, so direct benefits at the time that maybe if you have funded. If you have funded one project, you suppose, and from that project, if 2 good students have been developed to students have been produced, trained students. So they will work and again they will further generate any product or produce any product. So far, this should be a longer time investment. It doesn't mean that right
Okay, we got your point. Do you want to say something?
Basically, the example that's been given, you cannot have philanthropy. Industry cannot have, it's not a CSR project. I mean, it's a business.
Okay.
What example, of course, that's because what Mr. Gates is doing is philanthropy. I mean, at the largest, because he has that kind of money and he doesn't expect anything. Fine, point noted.
But having said that,
See, in US, I studied in US and how the system works, I know. Like I was telling Dr. Goel here. I mean, what if tomorrow we go to the quarterly system? Dr. semester system. California is all quarterly system. The pressure on students and all is immense. They're studying, within 10 weeks they're finishing the whole quarter. But for research, the student, it is an implied interest and there is a funding from the national government agencies as well as the industry. The research goes on for a 2-year period, 3-year period. Students come and go. Students can be a master person or a PhD or a postdoc also. So funding is there for X period. So the student who is interested and talks to the professor, if their liking means, then he picks up for 4 students depending on the funding. That's how the US system works.
so you see, apart from what he said, this philanthropy is already happening in India. Some of us are from Bangalore. I can tell you that Azim Premji has an Azim Premji University. He has donated 2,200 crores and he doesn't expect anything in return. You know, one of the founders of Infosys, what's his name?
Nandan Nilekani?
Not Nandan, Krishna, Gopal Krishna. He contributes 2 crores a year to IIT Madras. Okay? He has donated 350 crores to IISc Bangalore to set up a brain research institute. Okay? So this is beginning to happen. These are all honest entrepreneurs who rose from the bottom. These are the new generation. So there's a lot of hope in India. But it's not, I mean, the ultimate thing is they're all pursuing, beyond a certain age, beyond a certain achievement in life, you know that if you give back to society, just like Bill Gates gives back to society, it will come back and it will benefit a lot of people. That's actually a driving force for many people, and it's not always able to, we have this strange concept in India that making money is a sin, okay? But you will see the examples that are being laid out by the likes of Premji, Narayana Murthy, Nilekani, who gave up his cushy job, went to work for the government, set up the Aadhaar, and now you can see the debates that are going on. But ultimately everybody agrees it is a damn good thing. Okay? This is very positive. Okay, and yeah, go ahead. We have to conclude now. Okay? Yeah, you have a point. Why don't you come up with these points earlier? Now we will leave. Okay, but you first and then you.
See, we have been talking about big industries who are all sitting here and how they can help university. But the industries also desperately require help from the universities. By that I mean startup industries.
Startup, yeah.
Startups.
Yeah, I agree.
I will give you an example. I will give you examples of how universities are reluctant or not very willing to help startup industries, even if it's advantageous to them. And the example that I'll give you first is from my friend in the US, an American, who went to the university. He had an idea, and then he said, I have this idea, I have very little money, I have no lab. And the university said, you use all our instruments for free. And there is a room, you take it for your lab, and when your product comes up, you give me 5% royalty. And it grew into a very, very big industry, the University of Colorado. Now, I go to a university and I tell them, I have come up here, I'm a startup company, I have very little money, I have a certain technology at the lab level, I give you my cultures, I give you all my preliminary data, can you carry it forward? You apply to DBT, get your projects, and when I commercialize it later on, I give you 10% royalty. They say, no, you first give me 5 lakhs to start the work. So there is a reluctance also on the part of academia, which academia I have got to. They are not very, very
Risk taking.
They also have to be entrepreneurial a little bit,
Yeah.
that they don't have.
So, for example, Reddy's also.
Yeah.
Professor Reddy also got a lot of help in establishing his own.
Yeah. You want your something to say.
This is age of collaborations. We cannot be in isolated thing.
Absolutely.
And if there is any trust deficit between academia and industry, that has to be reduced.
I think you're using the right words. Trust deficit, collaboration.
Collaboration.
This is really important.
And up to 2000, year 2000, people were going for real some collections and then screening and looking for metabolites. After that, this wet lab, dry lab thing came, and everybody is looking through computers for novel drugs. And that has failed, it seems. Now they are coming back again to field collections. In USA, a lot of industries, they sponsor or fund the academia to look for A to Z, that is field collections, isolation, screening, everything they used to do. But that takes a lot of money. Venture capital is required. I don't know the situation in India, whether anybody is taking that kind of risk, where in fact Dr. Deshmukh has said 15 years and that is still in the third stage.
Okay. I wish sometimes, okay, and I'm 55 years old now, I wish sometimes I was not 20. There is no more exciting time than now. Everybody's talking startups. Everybody wants, they say it's a good thing to do. You know the thing about startups is that 9 out of 10 startups are going to fail. And in our society, failure is a bad thing. Oh, you failed? Then I'll never give you a loan again. Okay? In the US, if you failed, good. You won't make those same mistakes again. You'll make a new mistake. Okay? So we don't like failure. We don't like to fail. Okay? That has to change. Academics or industry people and startups, industry especially never likes to take a risk. Let me tell you, the larger the industry you are, the less the risk you take. So if you're expecting industry to go, large industries to go and invest in small risky projects, forget it. You're much better off with a small startup. Okay? This is the truth. Because I've seen industries grow from when they were 7